Share Spotify with Joe Rogan? Neil Young says, hell no, Gan. Yeah, thank you. Yes, his songs used to be groovy, but now he wants them removed.
Okay.
True, he used to have a heart of gold, but now he sounds cranky and old. That one worked. Neil Young says he wants his music pulled off Spotify because the company is providing a platform for Joe Rogan. That's the rock and roll spirit. In an open letter, who does that? To his managers and record label, I do not. Probably written with a quill pen, the 184-year-old rocker wrote, quote, I'm doing this because Spotify is spreading fake information about vaccines. What is this accent? Potentially causing death to those who believe the disinformation being spread by them. I want you to let Spotify know immediately today that I want all my music off their platform. They can have Rogan or Young, not both. Maybe it's me, but that's an easy choice. Rogan, of course, has become a target during the pandemic for his views of the vaccine and how he treated his own COVID diagnosis. Of course, Neil Young was in a band with David Crosby, who freebased every drug that wasn't ivermectin. And it's not the first time Young has whined to Spotify. In 2019, he removed most of his songs from the platform, claiming their sound quality wasn't good enough, before ultimately relenting and letting them carry his music. So maybe it wasn't Spotify's fault. Maybe the songs aren't that good. Let's have a quick refresher of Young's biggest hit.
Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. But now I'm the old one now, and you know it's true. Yeah, wow, I'm Neil Young.
Well, that was pretty good, actually. Kat, what happened to the radical artists? Now they're not distinguishable from the man. You have people like Whoopi and Neil Young and Whoopi. I've only got two examples. I'm leaving one out.
Yeah, you need to use three or you don't have a point.
I know. Damn it.
Everybody knows that.
Springsteen.
Yeah,
there you go. I'm not sure.
Well, with Neil Young particularly, I'm just confused, like, who does he think his fans are?
Right.
Like, I don't think it's like, purple-haired socialists, like, bumping Buffalo Springfield. I don't think that, like, every Neil Young fan that I know has, like, at least 7 guns.
Right.
But again, it's open letter. It's not, oh, everyone can read this. An open letter is, everyone, please read this, look at me.
Yes.
So if you ever haven't, in general, there might be exceptions. If there's an open letter, I'm going to be like, nah, I'd already know if I should know.
He paints people into a corner because you're doing it publicly as opposed to a private letter, Tyrus. Neil Young is now like Mr. Roper. He's like...
Oh, yeah, well, and you know what happened with Mr. Roper? We got Mr. Furley.
Yeah.
So, you know what?
Right.
I hope they have an open response that says, fine.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember the last time I was like online going, where's my Neil Young fix? Where's Neil Young? Rogan has become an American institution. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. You know, that's like me saying, walking into Fox tomorrow and going, listen, one of the Murdochs got to go. Okay? Rupert's gone. It's Tyrus time. Yeah. I'll wait while he clears out his stuff.
Yeah.
How do you think, and I'm going to do it in an open statement.
You would wait.
And then
Please don't do it.
There'll be a closed door behind me with the locks change, and my relationship with security would significantly change.
Yes.
So, you know.
Yeah, they won't be high-fiving you or fist bumping.
No, they'll say, I miss you.
Yes.
Don't call me.
Yes. Ari, I think you grew up in the 70s. Isn't Neil Young really a poor man's Gordon Lightfoot?
Oh, that's very mean to Gordon Lightfoot.
Yes.
Look, I mean, the thing about this, when you're a rock and roller, you're kind of supposed to be open-minded, free-thinking, and here he is being a scold and telling people off the air.
Yeah.
What has happened to all of us? What is going on with this? Part of it is the pandemic. Everybody is so fed up. But it's this, I hate to use these words, but it's the whole woke everything. Mm-hmm. If you don't agree with me, if you say what you say, you don't have a right to say it anymore. And I used to admire the old ACLU when they stood up for actual pure speech. Nobody said, because I disagree with you, I'm taking you off the air. Yet Neil Young, that's what he wants.
They need, somebody has to start an organization called the New ACLU, right? NACLU, NACLU. Right? You're not even listening.
You said New ACLU, NACLU.
Exactly. By the way,
Very advertent of you.
that was a very yes. Do you know who went to my high school graduation?
I have no idea.
Well, what's this topic about?
Neil
Young came to my high school graduation.
Neil Young was there?
Yes, because he was married to my friend's sister, and he showed up, and he was at my high school graduation.
What year was that?
Is that why we're doing this segment?
Yes!
It's like, did he say something mean to you?
No.
You've been harboring a grudge for
It was
decades?
1983, I believe.
Your moment has arrived to get him.
I don't know anymore. I guess I ran out of questions.
Did he try to take you off the air?
No, he didn't. He was very polite.
Not yet. Not
Yes, he's
yet.
very
After he
polite.
watches this.
What do you? You got to respect Spotify. They don't. They're sticking by. And I think that Neil Young has since kind of backed away because he saw that it was stupid.
Well, also, I don't think that an open letter is how you actually achieve the goal. It's
Right.
more of a signal. Hey, everyone, this is what I believe, but he has no intention of it actually happening. And of course, Spotify is going to stand behind Rogan. I shouldn't say, of course, in our crazy times, but it's a good business decision for them. I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Also, I was hoping you would do the rest of the segment in that accent. I was transfixed by that accent.
I don't know where I was going with that. I
No,
was
it's
trying to
good.
do somebody from the 1800s, and then I just immediately just went into some kind of Cockney British thing.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily known for my accents. I'm more of an improv guy, Tyrus.
No, okay. I'm not touching that one. That's a bear trap.
It is
No, it's a bear trap.
Yeah, I wish I had a bear trap.
There we go. There we go.
You know what a bear trap is? It's my apartment down
Yep,
there.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Come in, they never leave. They never
Okay.
leave.
So
yeah.
that's your type.
Yeah, the only problem is the drains
Thank you
get
for
clogged.
encouraging him, you stupid son of a bitch.
Trying to get those. I
right.
got to use a lot of Drano on those clogs.
Can we go to commercial?
Yes. Up next, does a mask mandate get excused when you compare them to children's shoes?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.